It's today is October the 25th. So I hunted opening day of bow season, which is October the 15th. And I think in the video I talked about hunting again that Thursday or something, but I ended up working the 16th to yesterday. So today's my first day back off work since hunting the opening day of bow season. But I gotta go back to work tonight, so I'm trying to take advantage of being able to hunt this morning. Fixing to get all my stuff together here. I got a long walk ahead of me. It's 5 now, so I got about probably an hour and a half till I start seeing some light. So I'm fixing to get all my stuff together right quick, and I'm gonna head back in here. I'm going hunting where I killed that buck and that hog last year, and then the next day I killed that better buck. So there's a couple white oaks there, and it's a good little funnel there where they walk around the edge of that big bottom. I'm gonna bring a camera with me and some batteries. I'm gonna leave a camera in there too in case I don't see anything today. I'd like to see if any deer are coming to those oaks back there that are usually dropping. I hope they are again this year. Once I get down from hunting, I'm gonna check the trees, check the trails, see if it's still a pretty decently used area. And if it is, I'll leave the camera. If it's not, I'll bring it with me. But yeah, so I'll get my stuff together and we'll head back in here. I'll see y'all when we get where we're going. Alright, I made it back in here. I was able to make it before it got light and get up in this tree. The way everything had a good time to calm back down. But right back over here is where I was at, is the tree I was in. I killed those 2 bucks 2 days in a row last year. I was sitting back there hunting what I'm hunting now, but obviously I had a gun so I could back up a lot further. But like I've explained before, this little dip right here in front of me, it gets deeper and deeper as it goes north. And up here about 60 yards, it gets really steep going down and really, really thick. So there's deer working around the tip of this. And right around the edge of it, several oaks. I can count 5 or 6 white oaks from where I'm sitting right now. I don't think they're dropping heavy, but these other oaks down in here are. And a squirrel jumped in this one 20 or 30 yards in front of me probably 5 minutes ago, and it sounded like 100 of them fell out of it. So I'm hoping if there were some deer within earshot of it, maybe they'll come by here and check it out. I definitely feel like them deer hear acorns hitting the ground. and they're close, they're gonna come eat. Seems like a dinner bell. But it's been daylight now for about 30 minutes. We got a northwest wind cutting this way. I'm hunting this stuff right here. So I'm hoping, some does, they'll do whatever, but if a buck is gonna happen to walk through here, I feel like he's got a decent wind to do it. For him to come around the tip of this to avoid that steep edge, he's got to give the wind up for just a minute. So we're gonna sit here and see what we see. White oak here about 20 yards. I was looking in it with my binoculars, and I just happened to turn over here to where I heard that squirrel jump this morning to see if that tree had acorns on it. And I think it's not an oak tree, it's a crabapple tree. It's 25 yards maybe, but it's behind a bunch of other trees. But it's loaded with ripe crabapples. When that squirrel hit it, I guarantee you 20 fell out of it. Something's eating right there every day. I'd be willing to put money on it. Just depends on what time of day. I just haven't really had a chance to hunt an afternoon yet. I think them feed trees are more afternoon stuff. But it's in a good spot. I love this spot. I've killed several deer right here. I've never noticed that tree though. But I'm always in here later in the winter. By the time the tree's empty, you're not paying attention to it then. I'm gonna sit here about another 45 minutes, maybe an hour. And I was gonna go up here and leave my camera I brought with me on this creek crossing. But before I go, when I get down, I'm gonna go check up under this tree. See if there's any deer sign under it. And if it is crabapples like I'm thinking. If so, I might just leave my camera right there. See what's coming to it and when. Hopefully something will come through here in the next little bit. Well, it's a little after 10. And I'm about over it. Starting to warm up. Wind's starting to switch out of the south, so I'm kind of in a bad spot now as far as the wind blowing. So I think this hunt is about over. I'm gonna get down, pack up, like I said, and I'm gonna go check this tree out right here. See if there's any fresh deer sign. And if there is, we're gonna leave a camera on it. See what's using it. I sure wish I was off this afternoon. I'd hunt right here. I mean, I'd move around to account for the wind, but I'd definitely hunt in here, but maybe tomorrow evening. Let this camera sit and see what might come through here. I'm gonna go ahead and get down. Well, I was walking over here to check this tree out, and I about messed up. I've been thinking this whole time this was a gopher hole or something. What looks like a gopher hole is hornets. Some kind of ground hornet or bees or something. I stepped right up on that thing, and when I looked down in it, I knew immediately. But this little tree definitely looks like there's some deer around it. There's a few of these crab apples on the ground, but there is a pile of them in this tree. Let's see. I don't know how good to be able to hear it on this camera, but it's a bunch of them. They're falling slow, but with a little help, they'll come on down. There's a pile of them. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave my camera here for a couple days and see if something comes by here and eats them. I'm sure it is. There's still a lot more of them up in that thing, but the tree ain't really that big either. I mean, that's it. Right there's 5 white oaks. They're not dropping. I'm gonna do my best to avoid these hornets, bees, whatever it is. I'm not getting too close. I think I'm gonna put this camera right here on this pine, looking right here at all this. Alright. Got the camera on the tree, on these apples here. This is the tree right here. I shook a bunch of them out. We'll see if anything is eating them. I'm gonna see if I can zoom this GoPro in and look in this hole right here without getting tore up. I think it's bees. Gotta be bees. I can see what looks to be like beehive pieces. I don't know how good you'll be able to see it. See all that hive? Anyway, I'm gonna go get my stuff and get out of here. See if we can get something on camera in here and come back and hunt it if so.